Alright, round one of our 8th edition draft. Got a pretty sweet curve. No black mana, but 2-drop, 3-drop. Ooh, and a red deck. And there's a swamp. So that means we might be able to hose them with our Circle of Protection post board. Red-green. Can't attack unless a creature with greater power also attacks. Can't block unless a creature with greater power also blocks. So it's probably going to take them a while to get something with greater power than that. Alright. Let's play our Glory Seeker. Nice 2/2 for 2. Our curve is pretty solid. I'm happy with our curve. Foratog. So they can sack a bunch of their forests to attack with their Ak. Is that how you say that? Another swamp. Alright, we're just going to go with our Diving Griffin. Get in some free damage with our Glory Seeker. Can't block with the Ak. And can't sack a forest for a Foratog. If they want to start sacking forests, they have to sack 2 forests to be able to attack with the Ak. That doesn't seem all that scary to me. It's some disgusting art, though. Another mountain. Eventually we can block with something and get it back with our Gravedigger. Like, we could block here, but I don't think we want to. I think we would rather be able to attack with our Diving Griffin next turn. Kind of race a bit. Opponent has Emperor Crocodile, so they can attack with their Ak. They have a lot of really powerful creatures for this format. Alright, we'll play Scathe Zombie, play Plains, get in with our Flyer. Probably going to be taking some damage here. Their creatures are pretty above the curve. That's a lot of rares. They're very conditional, but they are creatures. Alright, I think we're just going to double block the Ak. Oh boy. Giant Growth. Well, our opponent's almost out of cards, which is the good news. But we're getting pretty far behind on board. Could use a Pacifism. A little late for Abyssal Specter. How do we want to do this? We can Gravedigger, get back a Glory Seeker the next turn, Specter plus Glory Seeker, I guess. Or we can just Abyssal Specter, and then next turn Gravedigger plus Glory Seeker. I guess that's fine. Play the Specter. Get in for 2. So our opponent could sack 3 swamps and make that 7 powered. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Jeez. And a Lightning Blast. Well, I think we're just dead. Our opponent really ran well, and we didn't. Or they just drew a lot of really big creatures that they somehow made work. Well, I guess we can bring in our Circle of Protection here over... What was the horrible card we were playing? Unholy Strength. Nothing else seems too exciting. I think we just gotta hope that our opponent doesn't draw that many big creatures again. Also that we don't have to mulligan into Oblivion. Well, I guess we can keep this, but it's not exciting. Put the zombies to the bottom. We're going to have to draw some lands here. We don't really have any card advantage to make up this slow start. Oh, another Plains. I guess that's better than nothing. Master Decoy is pretty good. Seems pretty good in this matchup. when our opponent's relying on so many big creatures. We would like to draw some black mana for our Serpent Warrior and our Specter. 2/1 Forest Walker. Alright. And I don't think we want a Pacifism yet. Let's just play our Diving Griffin. Pass the turn. Pacifism's also good. I feel better that we actually drew some removal this game, which we didn't in game 1. Still would like some black mana. And we're way behind our opponent in terms of cards. Elvish Pioneer. Man, that is a horrible creature. They get to put a land from their hand onto the battlefield tapped. Follow that up by Volcanic Hammer on our Diving Griffin. Alright, come on, black mana. We need a swamp. Another Pacifism. Well, I guess we just gotta pass and hope that we draw into a swamp. We're gonna take 1 off this Elvish Pioneer. Don't really want to pacify either of these two creatures. They're just not very good. So we're gonna start tapping down this Rushwood Dryad. Taking 1 from the Pioneer. If our opponent ever plays something big, we'll just pacify it. Like a Spined Worm. There's a swamp. Alright, so I think we're going to play the Serpent Warrior and wait on the Pacifism. We can play the Serpent Warrior and then just tap the Spine Worm with the Master Decoy. And then we still have blockers up. If our opponent has a Giant Growth to kill our Serpent, that's annoying, but I don't think we can not block. Alright, no Giant Growth. Another black mana would be nice for this Specter. Shock Troops. They can sacrifice it to deal 2 damage to a creature or player, so they might sack it to get rid of our Master Decoy. There's another swamp. Do we want to play the Specter? It would be nice to be able to start attacking with it, but it means we're going to take a hit from Spine Worm down to 9. Because I'm assuming they'll sack the Shock Troops to kill our Master Decoy at the end of our turn. But we'll see. We still have the double Pacifism for the future, and they didn't sack it. Oh, that's good. This card, I'm sure, was better when damage went on the stack. I'm really surprised. I figured they would just sack that Shock Troops. Do they have a removal spell for our Specter? If not, we get to start getting in there and emptying their hand. Alright, let's tap the Spine Worm. Definitely having more success this game than last game, especially considering we have... So they must have drawn the Giant Growth, I would assume. Or not. If they did attack, I think we just block the Dryad with Serpent Warrior. And if they have a Giant Growth, they have a Giant Growth. We can't. I don't think we can just keep taking the damage off of them. We're going to have to block them sooner or later, and the Giant Growth is going to get us then, so might as well do it now. I guess the advantage of waiting is we might be able to start emptying their hand with the Abyssal Specter. Horned Troll, a 2-power regenerator. Another swamp. Alright, so let's get in with this Abyssal Specter. Make our opponent discard a card. Balduvian Barbarians. And then we are going to pacify the Spine Worm. Yep, they're going to sack the Shock Troops, get rid of our Master Decoy. And then I think we just pass. And this turn we might not block. Opponent's going to play their last card. It is Lava Axe our face. Alright, our opponent's out of cards. That's good. They can't really attack. We would rather not keep drawing lands, but I guess we keep attacking with our Specter. No cards for our opponent to discard. We'll play this swamp now, I guess. In case we want to play like a 5-drop and a Pacifism in the same turn. Cinderwall, not relevant. Opponent still can't attack because we just eat one of their creatures. No? Alright, I guess they can. Well, we will eat this Rushwood Dryad. Down to 6. We would rather not go to 5. Ooh, another Specter. That's sweet. We would rather not go to 5 just in case they're playing multiple Lava Axes. But we'll play the other Specter, pass the turn. So now our opponent again can't really attack. Giant Spider. We might have to just pacify that so we can keep attacking. Ooh, that was a good draw. There's a Circle of Protection red. Pacify Giant Spider. Do we attack with both? The problem is if we attack with both, we drop to 5 if our opponent attacks with both of their creatures, and then we're in Lava Axe range. But we have the Circle of Protection red now, so Lava Axe is not as scary. Because we can just Circle of Protection red it. Yeah, so we'll just pass. Emperor Crocodile. Alright, that's big. Like to draw some sort of follow-up. Gravedigger would probably be one of our better draws. Oh, opponent goes attacking. Alright. Well, I guess we kill this Elvish Pioneer. Drop to 4. I guess what we do is let's just attack with 1. Play Scathe Zombie. And then we can double block the Emperor Crocodile and block the Horned Toad with the Specter. Be nice if our opponent hit a land. They've drawn a few spells in a row now. Giant Growth off the top would be bad, because it would 2-for-1 us. They're kind of tanking a long time on this attack. You would think if they drew Giant Growth, they would just swing. What did they draw? Alright, well, we are going to double block the Emperor Crocodile, block the Troll, and hope for the best. Red spells don't matter, so we're not worried about burn spell. It's just Giant Growth that's scary. Yep, it does matter when it's targeting a creature, though. So we are going to get 2-for-1 here. Now we really want a Gravedigger. Whoo! Hello, Gravedigger. Well, I guess can we attack with both? Yeah, I think we just attack with both. Put our opponent to 4. Play this Plains. Now let's leave our white mana up just in case. Play Gravedigger. I think we're just going to get back a Master Decoy. Not that it really matters. Well, we can get back... Yeah, we'll get back Master Decoy. We want to be able to leave up Circle of Protection for a burn spell at our face. Play the Master Decoy. Now, I think the plan is just double block and then attack for lethal with the Specters. And we got there. Whoo! Alright. Drew the right combination of cards and flyers. It does take us a while to close out the game. Circle of Protection red is pretty sweet in this matchup. I think we just run it back like this. I don't think we really change anything. We just want to keep drawing pacifisms. Alright, we're on the draw. We got the Circle of Protection. If we draw white source, we can play a couple things, and then we're just hoping to draw lands. Alright, we're going to try it. I'd rather have 3 lands, but we'll just have to trust in our deck. Alright, well, it's a swamp, which isn't exactly what we wanted, but it's better than not drawing a land at all. Now we would really like a Plains. Plains? Ah, thank you, deck. See? Trust your deck. Although, about half the time, we draw 0 lands there and just die, so sometimes trusting your deck is risky. Angelic Page. Well, I guess we just Glory Seeker for 2 damage. Play our Dusk Imp. We definitely have a decent curve this game. But eventually our opponent's going to play something huge, I'm sure. Ruin our day. Wow, nothing still? That's sweet. Ooh, and the Specter? Yeah. Get in there with both. Play our Abyssal Specter and ship the turn. Now our opponent, if they just play like a Spine Worm or something, they are so far behind. They're going to have to start like killing our Specter. But then we have the Gravedigger to get it back. I don't think they can just play a big ground creature here. Whoa! Holy... I feel a scoop coming. Our opponent did not read Emperor Crocodile, figured it was just a 5/5 for 4, but has this downside where if you don't control any other creatures, you have to sack it. And there's the scoop. Oh my god. Oh, I feel bad for our opponent, because I've definitely done things like that before too. And they just so happen to do it in a draft time recording, but... Yep. Wacky old cards. So we got there somehow. Alright, we'll be back with round 2. Thank you, Emperor Crocodile.